Hello and welcome. My name is Logan. Um, Today, my informative speech will be on legalizing cannabis. So, what is cannabis? Cannabis is a plant. It has multiple properties to it. There's CBD and there's THC. THC is the property that gets people high, which is what it's most associated for getting stoned or. Um, but what I'm here to talk about today is not just the recreational aspect of marijuana, but the medical aspect of marijuana. CBD is the medical side of it. CBD is the healing property of the plant. CBD has been known to help traumatic brain injuries in sports, such as with players such as football players, boxers, hockey players, any sport where you could possibly get a traumatic brain injury, a concussion. Um, it can help immensely. Some of those properties include it's an anti-inflammatory. Um, it can respond to your endocannabinoid receptors, which need attention when you do have a traumatic brain injury. It can also help, chronic illness and terminal illness patients, such as cancer patients. It can help with anxiety, stress, all these mental illnesses. It can help with insomnia, especially. And it's also used, well, the medical side of it. It can also be used for um, other than mental illness and injuries, it can be used as a replacement for opioids, which is an important part of why it needs to be legalized. Very important. Right now, our country is going through an opioid epidemic. According to the CDC.ca or .gov, sorry, there's almost 58 opioid prescriptions for every 100 Americans, and that was in 2017. The problem was worse early on, but it's starting to get better. But I believe marijuana can be a better painkiller and a better advocate for pain relief other than prescribing opioids and attributing to this opioid epidemic. As you see, they way too many prescriptions being held out, which adds to addiction across, which is also a chronic disease. Addiction across the United States and all across the world from opioids. It can be legalized because all the benefits that come with it outweigh the negatives. Cannabis should be legalized because of the amount of money it would boost our economy. It would provide jobs. It would be able to get taxed. We'd have more taxpayer money to put back into our healthcare, to put back in our education, to put in the schools, to further our development of the young people of this nation and further the development of our economy, our communities, bettering everything. We'd spend less money on operations fighting against it, the war on drugs. If marijuana is legalized, we'd save tons of money. We'd be able to put that, like I said, towards healthcare, towards schools, towards actually making the world a better place and not just fighting it, not incarcerating people for having weed on them. There would be less people in prison, which would save us more money as well, and it would provide more jobs. Those ex-cons that get dropped from their marijuana charges would have a whole new opportunity to go on and help the economy out, boost the economy, and get themselves back on track to a successful and fruitful life. So thank you for coming to my informative speech. Marijuana needs to be legalized.